Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we have got loads to go over today. As yesterday was the Arrowhead interview where Mitch, Mr. Community Manager, interviewed Vendela Bolin, who was the level designer inside of Arrowhead. And we spoke about new levels, old levels coming back, and so much more. And there was some actual really good tidbits of information which you may have missed inside of this large interview. As well as that, Johan Pilestad has come to X and speaking about some really interesting stuff, including new customization weapons, which could be really fun. We're going to dive into all the information you guys need to know today. So with that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Also, make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can get your video games cheaper for PC or console with the best deals, offers, promotions, and discounts running up to 70% off. The link's in the description. It's a no-brainer. And we are still doing a giveaway here on the channel for the top bundle of super credits. If you want to get involved with it, go down to the comment section, put in a load of fire emojis, and it'll enter you in. We're announcing that one tomorrow, so make sure that you stay tuned to that. With that being said, let's dive into the game and see what it is that's happening right now. So starting off, we have received a success message from the latest major order as we have actually managed to, by the skin of our teeth, complete 2.5 billion Illuminate kills. This was actually really impressive as we managed to do this in the final few minutes of the major order, meaning that this was so good. You guys managed to actually do it. Now, the success message right here states, the initial salvos of the Illuminate invasion of Super Earth has been launched, and the Helldivers have dug in to defend our home, its megacities, and its high-class citizens. Waves of Illuminate invaders have been righteously slain in valiant, well-coordinated defense. The significant blow to the enemy's surface and airborne detachments has caused a 10% hit to the Illuminate fleet strength, in addition to their losses from attrition. In the dark hour, innumerable tales of heroic patriotism have arisen. CF soldiers fighting side by side with Helldivers report decisive leadership, impeccable marksmanship, and unhesitating acts of self-sacrifice. Citizens across the galaxy are doing their part, listening to updates of the fighting as they work late to sustain the warfighting effort. But despite the heroism of the Helldivers, no longer do all 7 of our great mega cities stand. The Battle of Super Earth is far from over. And as we can see, we have got 50% near enough off the Illuminate fleet strength. And when we take a look at what's going on Super Earth, we can see quite clearly that we have lost Eagleopolis. Now, this is just 1 out of the 7 that we have to defend. We obviously still have hold of 4 of them, with 2 of them currently being attacked. This is going to be quite a big one as we've not been on 4 of them yet, and hopefully we manage to make some holds on this. But essentially it's like a galactic war inside of a galactic war. This is more of a planetary war where we have got different cities and different areas that we need to hold inside of areas that we need to hold. It's pretty much just a massive stepping stone inside of the game, and I love that they've actually done this. So a massive shout out to you guys who have managed to get that dispatch note of the major order being won. In other news, though, there has got to be some sort of movements inside of the game that we don't know about, and it is obviously seeming to be the case. There was an interview yesterday that happened, which was a very interesting one, where Mitchimus, our community manager, actually interviewed Vendela Bolin with the other community manager, Baskinator, reading the comments for the questions. And some of them were actually really interesting. The first one that they actually got into was with regards to the kill zone armor, because this is something that we've all been waiting for. So let's listen to what it is that they had to say.
When is the kill zone armor coming back for those who missed it? At some point, I don't know an exact ETA on when it is returning, but it will be back for sure.
Now, that is extremely frustrating that it may not be coming back for quite some time, but it is also a refreshing tale to know that it is going to be coming back at some stage. Will it be coming back before the next collaboration? We have no idea. It is really unfortunate, but it is something that you guys will definitely be able to get your hands on at some stage or another. Other items such as FOMO items, so we're talking the pre-order armor, the Malevolon Creek cape and stuff like that. For those of you new players who didn't experience those things, people have been asking for them. Now, Now, I don't know how much I agree with them, as it kind of makes them not limited to them sectors anymore, and it makes them kind of a little bit less acquired because, well, if everybody has now got them, then it makes them a little bit pointless to what they were utilized for originally. But this is what Arrowhead actually had to say.
What's the plan for FOMO items that have not been brought back, like the Creek Cape, Golden Eagle armor, pre-order armors? We want to bring those things back. It's just a matter of when. Certainly, I think everything will have its moment again.
Yeah, and I think we've got to work out a way to do it so it's fair. You know?
So they will be making a comeback, and it's not a basis of if they're coming back. As you heard by the Baskinator, it is a basis of when. I don't know how I feel about it, but I want to know what you guys are thinking via the comment section below. So let me know your ideas on how you feel about the FOMO items making their return. Another question that was asked by a member of the public was whether the war can actually be won or lost. In Helldivers 1, there is a rinse and repeat cycle. So the war does reset, and you can play it through in certain narratives. There are different endings, different playthroughs, and different ways of being able to operate it. Now, this is what the Arrowhead team said about Helldivers 2 and how it will venture into the future.
Pinky Demon said, is it even possible to win the war? Like, as in, is it a possibility that we win or lose and the war gets restarted? And it's not like Helldivers 1. This is ongoing, so we'll fight as long as there are enemies of Super Earth, right?
Another conversation that they had was with regards to Easter eggs after the latest patch update and whether there are any in the game and whether there are things that we still need to find. It seems to be a little bit unfortunate, but actually we may have found the only Easter egg that they have in play. It seems to be that there's one Easter egg in per update, or at least that's kind of the overall knowledge of things based on the level design basis. This is what Arrowhead had to say about it.
Crisp Rat wants to know if there are any Easter eggs. I'm assuming this update, if there are any Easter eggs that you had a hand in or that you know about.
Well, I mean, you already found the slide, but you find things so fast. It's there's nothing left. There's no mystery left.
Yeah,
I should have said that.
This many players.
Stop looking.
Yeah, that's a hard thing, right?
Yeah.
Now, we get into the really juicy stuff when they start denying comments. This is hilarious because I don't know why you'd put yourself in this position, but I think that the faces read all with this one. For a long time now, we've been asking for missions inside. So underneath trenches, in caves, in buildings, in the overships, and so much more. And they were actually asked whether that was something that was going to come. And Vendela may have actually slipped up a little bit with this one. Although she didn't directly say, yes, they are coming. Sometimes no words are bigger than anything else. Listen to what they had to say.
A mission inside an Illuminate overship, Terminate Hive, or an automaton factory. So I think he's asking for like indoor.
Yes, indoors
design.
missions. Yeah, I can't say anything.
Yeah.
Would be cool though.
Would be cool though.
You hear us say that a lot on stream.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
No.
would be
If I don't
cool.
like the idea, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
Okay, but I like this, of course. Who wouldn't want an indoors mission?
Yeah.
That would be lovely.
Now, this obviously is a pinch of salt statement. You obviously have to take this as you want to take this, but sometimes the words that you can't say anything and you can't talk about it is generally because it's probably being worked on, or the idea is at least on the mood board for you guys to be working on at some stage or another. What I would say is that the likelihood is we are going to receive indoor missions at some stage or another. We never thought that we'd have megacities to the scale that we've got them, and yet here they are. They've been speaking about the basis of indoor missions for quite some time now, and we know that the technology that they have can actually sustain it. So for me, this is a really big one, and I think this can really lean into quite a high factor. Other than that, though, they didn't really talk too much about things that would really entertain you at all. I'll leave the link down to the stream in the comment section and description below if you want to check it out. Feel free to. It's a good couple of hours and actually quite a good amount of fun being able to watch the development team converse and play the game as well. So if you want to go ahead and do that, the link's down in the description. In other news, though, Johan Pilestat has been hitting Twitter where he speaks about quite a lot of things. Somebody was wondering why there was not an extended mag for 30 RD mags for the reprimand, and this was quite a big one. There's a lot of customization options that seems like they are no-brainers, and they didn't make it. Now, unfortunately, that seems to be the case, but it doesn't mean they're not coming. Pilestat states right here, we didn't have the time to make them, but it'll come eventually. Now, this was absolutely huge because we know full well that they're working on updates for it. This was confirmed by his next statement, where people were saying about the new weapon system and thought it would be a little bit more chaos-esque, and it's kind of sad that you can't make monstrosities and silly combinations. Now, Pilestat actually stated here that it was important to get it out so we can start dropping content and updates for it, but it will grow over time. Now, I'm hoping that this means that this will grow over time time for extended weapons. So the point that we've got right now, where new weapons come into the midst and they will already have their customization features. I'm hoping that they add additional customization features to outstanding weapons as well, just to continue making them better as the war gets harder. It'll be interesting, but we'll have to wait and see. And for those of you guys who are wondering about armor customization, apparently it's definitely on the table, and we're looking at this one coming in later in the game at some stage or another. As to when that is, it's probably not going to be for a long time. This will be the next big patch update, or maybe within the next 2 or 3 big patch updates. So we may not be seeing this until the end of the year, or maybe into next year. But Johan states right here, I saw a design of it floating around. We'll do something with it. And that pretty much just states that yes, customization is going to come for the armor sets as well, and we should be seeing something like that coming very soon. Overall, the development team have been doing absolutely incredible right now, and it seems that they're not stopping there. As to what it is that they actually do and generate next, I'm extremely excited to see. That wasn't English, I'm really sorry. But I am extremely excited to see where it is that they take the game next. With regards to your top comments, though, from the previous video, you guys also had a lot to say and some really cool things to put in. It states right here, I hope that they are able to stop the floor flesh mob glitch soon and figure out a way to balance the Leviathan on the gate defense missions, as they can spawn behind us and blow up the gents. Now, this is a big one. I think that the main issue with the flesh mobs being able to clip into walls, this is happening with pretty much all of the Illuminate right now. They are taking a look at it, and it does seem to be something that they are working on. The clipping issues are quite bad, but they do need some more reports, and I have actually had a source from B Vitamin with regards to that. So if you guys do witness anything, do make sure you take little clips, send it into Arrowhead, make sure you let them know that this is the problem, and hopefully they can figure out, replicate, and see what it is that's going on with the clipping issues. As far as the actual gate defense missions, yeah, I don't think Leviathan should be on them at all. It seems a little bit overpowered for me, but that's just my personal opinion. Next state, it states right here, unlock them. Unlock them? They're all the same. They're just the mega city maps. We're not trying to unlock other cities, my brother in Christ. We're trying to protect them. We're fortunate if we never have to battle there at all. Now, actually, that's really running into the roleplay attitude of things, and I really respect that. But for me, I am a gamer first, and I would quite like to play on all of the main planets with all of the mega cities if I possibly can. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know where you guys stand, but I am here for the gameplay as well as the experience. Next up, we have this one right here that states, I also wonder where the Freedom are, the Seaf SAM sites. Now, the SAM sites are a weird one. They are working on that right now. They have actually stated in this main interview today that Vendela is actually working on a fix for it. She's got this one in the bag. At the moment, they're not in the mega city, says it doesn't really make sense. And maybe they can have them hiding a little bit like the giant turret underneath the park. But overall, it's just a waiting game as to whether that all actually happens. Unfortunately, though, this was a very long one, so thank you so much for sticking it out. And if you have got this far, get down to the comment section and put a star comment in the comment section. I want to know how many of you guys really watched this all the way through. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on. Appreciate your faces, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.